Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's a nice day. The weather here in Ireland has just been rubbish recently, probably everywhere. It's just like raining an awful lot, and my time is so limited at the moment when it comes to getting out in the garden that it is weather dependent. So it's supposed to rain in a couple hours again, so I'm going to try and get as much as I can done today. But I just wanted to say hello to anybody who was new, who followed over the last week, and who came over from Catherine's video. So she posted a video. Do you know what? I actually forgot that I was out with her the other day. I was giving her, what was I giving her? The chitted potatoes. Apologies for the lighting. It's sunny, cloudy today. Yeah, I was giving her the chitted potatoes. And she's like, do you want to be on my video? And I was like, oh yeah. So we're having the chats, and then her battery or her memory card ended. Like, we could have been chatting there for ages. But the amount of you who were saying under her video and under mine as well that you'd love to see that to be like a more regular thing, we're in talks. We're trying to figure out how to make that happen, because like we have the best crack. Like, we see each other pretty much every week now at this point, and we just never have the cameras out. We're too busy having the absolute laugh and the absolute crack that we just never think to document it. And it was just so happy. It was a nice little happy surprise. But that's what we're like. We're just giddy kids living our best lives, getting tours of the jardins and talking about hawks in Dublin. She actually did see a hawk, a sparrow hawk. Actually, I'll do a little brief introduction for anybody who is new here. So my name is Karen, and very awkward. But I've been creating content since 2010. So I've been here for a long time, and I was working full time up until 2017 or 2018, one of them years. I can never remember, 2018. And then I left my job to do content creation, do social media management kind of vibe since then. And then a couple of years ago, so I was working at a digital agency, kind of freelance. Then I finished up with them, so I'm doing my own thing full time here at the moment, and I love what I do. I do a bit of brand product photography. I create content for brands for their pages as well, and I just feel very lucky to be doing a job that I love. And now, thanks to the thing that shall not be named back in 2020 and not being able to leave the house, I have this newfound love of gardening. One of you left a comment going, oh my god, I watched your 50 facts about me video with your sister, and you said you hated gardening. And I was like, oh my god, I had to go back and see when that video was. I vaguely remember it being there, don't remember it filming it or anything. Couldn't tell you what the 50 facts are. Must go back and like learn a bit about myself. But that was 9 years ago. Thankfully I've changed a lot as a person since then. When it comes to me in the garden, and actually a few of you left a comment going, would you not wear gloves? Because remember last week, the hands are healed. No, I don't like wearing gloves in the garden. Well, for certain jobs I do, if it's like real kind of wet and mucky muck. But now when I go outside into the garden to do seed sowing, I'll talk about that in a second, I love getting my hands dirty. I love the hands in the soil. And there's actually some research, and I must actually look into it a bit more, to say that there's some chemical, no, I don't think it's emitted from the soil, but it gives you that serotonin. Like, maybe it's like I don't know, I need to like research it a bit more. It's something to do with happiness, serotonin, hands in the soil, no gloves. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sow some seeds today. Now, if you're new here, you might have missed all of this. Like, that's not normal. It's not. And so while some of these are annuals, some are perennials, whatever, perennials hopefully will come back. The annual ones, I'm going to try and save as many seeds as I can, because I've spent a lot of money on seeds this year, but I'm so excited to get sowing. And that's what I wanted to do today, actually. So I'm going to go through, like, something that I'm definitely going to sow today is my Erigeron, Carvinscianus. Someday I'll learn how to say them, but aren't they so dinky? Oh, I thought it was empty. I'll do zinnias. Aren't they dinky? You can do cosmos later, so you can sow cosmos in seed trays or directly into the ground. I sowed, not necessarily these exact ones, but I sowed them directly into the ground last year, and they got on great. So maybe I'll hold off on doing those. Are you guys sowing many seeds this year? Oh, I'm definitely going to do this. Petunia, purple tower. This says on the back, possibly the fastest climbing petunia available from seed. I just wanted to actually highlight here. So I'm still learning when it comes to gardening, and I'm absolutely going to keep making mistakes. But you know what? I think that's how you learn as well. So think last year had like success with most of the things that I sowed. Like my sweet peas didn't turn out great, but actually they're coming on great inside. But I'm looking at the back of these petunias, and it says here, sow on the surface of good free draining seed compost, which I did buy a couple of bags of seed compost. It's just that finely milled, there's no kind of big chunks. I know I spoke about that before, just to make sure that the little seed shoots can get up okay. Then it says cover with a fine sprinkling of vermiculite, which I do have, propagator, blah blah blah. Germination takes 10 to 21 days. Do not exclude light, as this helps germination. Now, so I was watching Laura from Garden Answer. She was talking about or she was sowing seeds there recently, and she was sprinkling vermiculite on the top, and I was like, oh, I must actually check the back of the seeds, because with some of them you put the seed and then you put like compost on top, because the seed doesn't need light for germination. But it's just worth checking out on the back, and because like these all cost like a few euro each here, so you want to make sure that you're getting bang for your buck. So it says like vermiculite will be okay. I think that will give enough to germinate. Yeah, I think I'm going to sow those today. Calendula, or as Catherine and I call them, calendula. I'm going to actually sow some tomatoes too. So we're going to do the lemon, what's it called? Limoncito. I nearly called it limoncello. Limoncito. I've never grown those before, but I know I mentioned in previous videos that over the last few years I've grown different varieties of mushrooms, tomatoes, and I bought some tomato seedlings in the garden centre, and the ones that seem to work the best for me, and because I usually just grow them in pots out the back, are the baby tomatoes. Also, in terms of tomatoes, we're doing this one too, Orange Beauty, because I think, you know, the veg bed that is still not full up. I haven't had a chance to get to the gardens or to Woody's to get compost yet. I think I'm going to put tomatoes in there, tomatoes and basil, and I think spring onions. I'm trying to do companion planting, and we have Gardener's Delight. Oh, I bought one plant, no, maybe one or two of these last year. Oh my god, you got so much out of that. And again, as I said, how many seeds are in there? 50. I'm not going to sow 50 seeds, but yeah, you get so many tomatoes from this. And outdoor cordon type, I don't know what that means. I'm going to do these are the early half pint peas. And sorry, something that I just reminded myself, so I'm not going to sow lots of these. Actually, with the tomatoes I probably will, but when it comes to peas and beans, I'm going to try and do succession sowing. So maybe I'll do like 6 or 8 seeds now, and then in a couple of weeks do more. It just means that we'll have like a longer harvest. Because yeah, the first year I grew everything all at once, like everything, and then we had like lots of food for a week or two, and then that was it. I'm gonna try to grow lavender because I love it so much. It's one of my favorite things. I think I tried to grow this last year and was very unsuccessful. Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stop waffling and I'm gonna go outside, get all the bits that I need, and let's sow some seeds. In the meantime, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. I do weekly beauty videos midweek and then garden videos every weekend. I'm trying to upload on a Sunday morning because that means if you are inspired by anything that I'm doing, that you have Sunday to like plant a few bits, sow a few seeds. we're done for now. You can see how windy it was, but I really loving this little tray. I bought that in one of the garden centres, got back in November, and it's just great for doing seeds and stuff. So we leave that be, but I just wanted to show you a few things that are growing and sprouting. These tulips. So these tulips are about to open up. Like, this area is all going to be tackled as the spring goes on. I can't remember what kind of a geranium that is. I think that will be dianthus. I can't remember what's in that black pot. I need to go back and look at my own videos. I gave this catmint a haircut, but I think I'm going to plant that out this year. And then I gave this a haircut a few weeks ago, and it is thriving. I can't remember what this is, but look at the little bits of growth. Cute. More random tulips in there. So I gave all of the grasses a haircut as well. So we'll see. But look at this. It's like one of my favourites. My little brunnera. If I can show you. Look at the flower. Isn't that divine? There's lots sprouting on this little tree. Look. Can you see little things? That's the climbing hydrangea. Like, look at the little tufts. See, like, here and here and here. I'm going to keep an eye on that. My Acer is finally starting to show signs of life. I think I am going to next week repot these foxgloves. They look a bit miserable. Oh, look. In here, where are we? In here is one of the astilbes. I've one here and then one in that pot over there. I just think they're a bit overcrowded. This pot and this pot is what we got Mam for Mother's Day. So Mother's Day here in Ireland is in March. I think it's earlier than the US, but like, aren't they gorgeous? Like, look at this. Like little, I think they're primroses. I think that's my favourite one. But then I love the vibrancy of that one too. That looks very ominous. It's coming our way. Look, these tulips are about to open. Oh my god, I'm so excited to see this one. See the little green bits in there. So I think these are the double-headed tulips. There's more about to erupt here. Now, I think I'm going to have to cut some of these because the white ones are on the wonk and they're so gorgeous. Look, aren't they stunning? I think I might cut those and bring them inside. Same with these. The hair is wild, the hands are filthy, and I have come to the conclusion that it is so hard to sow seeds when they're tiny. Oh, when it's that windy. I kept threatening that it was going to rain, so I couldn't like switch off and relax because I was like, don't rain on my camera, don't knock over my camera, don't knock over the seeds. At least I started the sowing of the seeds. And with the peas, I put 2 peas. I was going to say pea seeds, but they're peas. I put 2 peas in each thingy just in case if one didn't germinate, just to kind of, I don't want to waste that section of soil of compost. So what I'll do is whenever they start to sprout, I will separate them and give them their own space. So tell me this, what are you sowing right now? What are you excited to grow this year? Are you going to be doing vegetables? Are you going to be doing flowers? Let me know. Anyway, have a lovely weekend and I will chat to you soon. Goodbye.